Hello, I'm Paul Pluta and welcome to the Paul Pluta Prestige channel, your premium channel for paid wristwatch reviews. Remember guys, like, subscribe and tell your friends about my channel. Remember, I can't survive on Google Ads alone. I depend on these paid reviews to keep me full-time on YouTube. Today I'm doing a paid review. Let's jump straight in. There's many ways you can keep me full-time. Sponsor me on Patreon. Sponsor me on Patreon, you get special naughty videos. Special videos that don't get released to the general public. Okay guys, you want to sponsor me on Patreon? Take a look below, click the link, and the rest is history. Okay, here we go. Hello there buddy, I just sent you US $20 for a thorough review of the Grand Seiko SBGV 005. I'm very eager to add this to my collection. It's all due to this review below. Yep, it's the same review I was just looking at a minute ago, the Timeless Luxe watches. I'll put the link in the description below there. Shifting through YouTube yields a few other videos which proclaim even more favorable traits of this watch, which are, number one, aesthetics of 5-figure timepiece, distinct look from Rolex, Omega and Breitling, exquisite mirror polishing as much as any discerning eye can take. My immediate conclusion is that you can get a watch with aesthetic of a very expensive looking watch, less than 10,000 for a steal of 3,000. This is also not to mention its design is not Swiss copycat whatsoever. My current collection consists of Tudor Black Bay 36, my flagship, go anywhere, do anything watch. Number 2, Mont Blanc Heritage Chronometer Ultra Slim, Ultra Thin dress watch that I wear when comfort is of utmost priority. And a Seiko SARB 035, a daily beater when I don't want to attract unwarranted attention. Please kindly contribute your opinion on whether purchasing it will be the right move to expand my collection. Thanks, Hero. Thank you so much indeed, Hero. Thank you so much for watching the Paul Pluta channel and the Archie Luxury channel. Thank you so much for seeking my advice on the Grand Seiko SBGV 005. What do I think? What do I believe? I think, Huru, I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't buy it. Sorry, this is not the answer you wanted to hear, but let's back the truck up. Let's back the truck up. I gotta be completely honest with you. Yes, this watch is a very well made, beautifully done Seiko. However, you only buy a Grand Seiko once you have built a reasonable collection of about 6 watches. Let's be completely frank here. The Tudor Black Bay 36mm is okay. The Mont Blanc Heritage Ultra Slim is a piece of fucking shit. I'm sorry, Hero. That ain't gonna cut it. Mont Blanc does not. Their watches are shitters. Okay, that's a fucking shitter. I honestly can tell you now, that is not a decent watch to own. You've paid too much. You've bought it retail. You've made all the stupid mistakes that a rookie can make. And the Seiko SARB 035, it's a bloody Seiko. Now, I honestly think in your case here, you've got to get some get some more decent watches in your collection before you do the Grand Seiko experiment. And when you do the Grand Seiko, I'd much rather get a high beat than a bloody Quartz. I mean, let's be completely honest. This could be the greatest Quartz watch in all time, but it's still a bloody quartz watch. And in my opinion there, if there is a nuclear fallout, a bomb goes off, it'll pop the crystal within a certain range. So it'll be useless. With a mechanical watch, it'll still work, even though you will actually probably suffer radiation poisoning and cark it. But hey, look, let's look at this here. It is a magnificent watch. The aesthetics are beautiful. The aesthetics are beautiful. This is a work of art. Yes, it is. The Japanese know how to do this watch properly. It's got that legendary quartz movement, the 9F. The 9F in this model here. Now, I gotta tell you, the only problem is it's still a bloody quartz watch. Yes, it may be the greatest quartz watch around, but no, I gotta be honest with you, don't buy it. Do not buy it, please. Don't buy it. I don't want you to buy it, okay? I tell you what I want you to do. I want you to get some decent stuff there. Look. Get an Omega Speedmaster. Man on the Moon. Manual wind. 1861 movement. That's a great watch. Keep the Tudor. You got to add a Rolex. Add an Explorer 2. Add an Explorer 2. Get rid of that bloody Mont Blanc. That's a piece of shit. Get rid of the Mont Blanc. And the other Seiko, well, that's a beta. It's a beta. But come on, man. The Grand Seiko, I know there are people out there who go nuts on these quartz Grand Seikos, and it's a bloody quartz watch. There is no soul to this critter. There is no soul to this critter. It may be the greatest quartz watch known to man, but it's like an electric car. It's got no soul. There's no soul to it. So, in my opinion there, I like the aesthetics. I like how Seiko has the Grand Seiko, but this watch is only going to be a watch nerd watch. You want something that is building a collection. You got to have, the rule for getting a Grand Seiko is simple. You need half a dozen decent watches. You need a Rolex. You need an Omega Speedmaster, Man on the Moon. You need some sort of, preferably an Explorer 2 or a GMT. You need some nice, cool watches. Maybe an IWC. Throw in I'm happy to throw in a Breitling and a Panerai. But you can't add a bloody quartz Grand Seiko. That only gets added after you've got half a dozen watches. I'm sorry, these are the rules. This is the rules, okay? Otherwise, you just look like a watch nerd. I mean, the SBGV 005 is an amazing watch, just like the 007 is an amazing watch. The 9F movement is outstanding, but let's be honest there, this is bloody quartz. It's quartz. Sorcery and voodoo and magic's there in it. So, I gotta be honest with you, I'm sorry, it doesn't get my seal of approval. I'd much rather you get a high beat or a snowflake. Get a snowflake. What do you think of that? Get a snowflake, okay? That's sort of quartz, isn't it? Come on, man. You got to have some life to this piece. Quartz itself, it's brutal. It's nasty. I did the quartz thing. I had a quartz Patek. I had a 3944 Calatrava. And I couldn't live with myself. Absolutely could not live with myself because it was a quartz shooter at the end. Quartz just sucks. Quartz is what they put in ladies' watches. Okay, that's what quartz is for. It's not for a man's watch to have. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is the truth. It's the truth, okay? It's the truth. You need a Rolex. You need an Omega Speedmaster, Man on the Moon. Get rid of that fucking Mont Blanc. Get rid of that fucking Mont Blanc. Man, you gotta add a bit more. I mean, I know these are the most amazing quartz watches there is there. You know, these grand Seikos themselves there, nobody outside of the watch community even knows what the bloody hell they are. These are watch nerds watch. And the Quartz one, man, you got to add half a dozen watches before you get a grand Seiko. And I would be adding a bloody automatic one. I wouldn't be adding a bloody Quartz one. I'm sorry. I don't think there is a place for Quartz in any collection. The only exception is a watch for a woman. That's it. Because they don't like setting them. But us menfolk, we like mechanical watches. It's antimatter. This Quartz stuff is... I've tried to do it. I tried to do Quartz. Don't do it. Please, please don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. So, I'm sorry. The review on the Grand Seiko SBGV 005, thumbs down. Don't buy it. You could buy some decent stuff. Get an Omega Speedmaster. Man on the moon. Get yourself a Rolex. Rolex. Get a Rolex. Get an IWC. Get a PAM. But don't get yourself a Quartz Seiko. I'm sorry, I'm being brutal, I'm being honest here with you, but this has to be said to you. This has got to be said, and there is no polite way to say it. No, do not buy it. I'm Archie Luxury. This has been a video for Huru. Tell me what you guys think of that. Cut.